Think about your outside arm being straight as your outside hand crosses your knees. You think about your hands being 18 inches across the knees before you start to slide. And we relax, and we just enjoy it. Yeah, the company's not running yet. Stop, mate, yeah, up, tell him to stop. Absolutely make damn well sure it's hands first. You want your outside arm straight as your outside hand crosses the knees. You don't start pivoting until your hands are 18 inches, whatever, off the body. And I don't want anyone sliding until your hands are at least a foot, preferably 18 inches across the knees. And everything can be done slowly. You haven't got to worry about speed.
Dad, who's the rest of just over there? Cedarburg Plaza, I remember that hotel.
I don't think that's Cedarburg Plaza.
No. Not the hotel. By the hotel. Like a little bit further down.
Sit tall, Mark Albert, sit tall, and sit tall 5-man in this crew here. Sit tall. All I want you to do is get a feel again for having an oar in your hands. That's not bad, 4-man here, not bad. A little bit too fast with the hands away. Slow the hands down. Remember, this is what I want. I want the hands to move away from the body the same speed the oar comes into the body. I don't want your hands to accelerate away from the body. If your hands come in at full pressure, then your hands are going to fly away. If you're rowing 4 at a time, half pressure, your hands are going to be slow. For having an oar in your hands, okay? I don't expect miracles today, this week, next week. But day by day, we're going to improve. That's it, 5 here. That's better at the finish now. Sitting up more. Stay tall. Coxes, we're going to row up to the other end of the island. And then we're going to stop, Coxes, okay? So the other end of the island, far end of the island, and we're going to stop. Side.
Dad, both motors off. Not tied up to a dock or anything, can it still steer?
Let's see everybody relax more, okay? I know you're all trying very hard. I understand that. But I want you to, between strokes, relax more. Then you can relax your bodies from your fingertips to your toenails. Through the water, you're like an animal, like a gorilla. You're like a monster through the water, as aggressive and as... Something you've got to work on, Mark Alba, sitting tall at the finish. And again, use the height of the elbows as a reference point to work against. One of the hardest things in rowing is coaches saying things like you're late or you're early or you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. I know when I rowed, coaches would say to me, you're short, you're hanging the catch, but they never actually explained to me how I could improve it. I knew I was doing it, but I couldn't change it.
Dad,
So what
hold
on, I'm talking. Hold on, all right. So what I tried to do is I tried to give you reference points to work off. Look. Remember, the name of the game in rowing is not to get tired, fellas. It has this great macho image of, you know, you've got your veins and your neck sticking out and your eyeballs are popping. You don't want that. Better for you to row the last 500 metres waving to the crowd, blowing kisses to the girls on the shore. You don't want to work hard. You want to just work on these things slowly. Hands, body slide off the finish 4. Don't push the hands, body together. Sit still at the finish 4, but again with the body. Let the hands flow out. 3-man's quite good here. About 4 here is not bad. That's, I think, a lot better than it was 15 minutes ago. And if any of you can feel maybe the slightly better... And it should be almost mechanical because you're doing this very slowly. So you should be hands, 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 and then you start to pivot, and the pivot happens slowly, and you pivot from the hips, fellas. Pivot forward. You pivot like a pendulum from the hips. And when you pivot with your legs flat off the finish, you're going to feel stretching on the back of the knees and at the bottom of the back. That is normal. There's a big ligament, a sinew. Exaggerate, fellas. So what you've got to do at the finish is you've got to keep those legs pinned down flat. And it takes a conscious, physical, muscular use to keep your legs flat at the finish as your hands start to move away and your body starts to pivot over. Let's see you exaggerate it, guys. Let's see who can get furthest across the knees before you start to slide. You've got to positively hold those legs flat. Hands, pivot. Good, Mark Alba. Good, Sean McDermott. And at quarter slide, you should have an awful lot of the weight of your body on the shoes. As you move off the finish, your Jake, I like that. Swing, that's good. People are becoming more stretched out now, quarter slide. A little bit more reach, 5-man. In the last boat there, the boat that's in 3rd place. More reach by quarter slide, more pivot. Hold the legs flatter longer. And I can say that generally, it applies to everybody. Even if you're perfect, you can be more perfect. Even if you get 10 out of 10, go for 11 out of 10. That's very good in this boat here. Mac, Mark, Justin. 5 man, that's good. Good man. Remember, at quarter slide, you should have full pivot, but not quite full reach. From quarter slide to half slide, your arms are going to extend further. Your hands are going to move further away from the body. 10 strokes past the bridge, coxes, and stop, please. 10 strokes past the bridge and stop. Keep the height of the elbows and the forearms above the height of the oar handle. And those of you who aren't rowing, watch the other cruise guys. You can see mistakes being made, and you may even pick up something good. There. As a marker, as a reference point to height at the finish, elbows and forearms above the height of the oar handle. For some of you, it will make... Not bad in this crew here, not bad. Tall at the finish, Hardy. Remember, when you're in the water, you want 100%, of whatever the pressure, 100% of it. You want connection all the way in this crew here. Going back, you think you're still working. You think you're still working, but you're not. Well, you may be working, but you're not moving the boat. Tim Baylor, that's good. Mark out, but you've got to work on that. I want you looking tall at the finish. There's no up and there's no down. You don't lift in the middle of the stroke and sag at the finish. You've got to stay one height all the way through with your head and shoulders. 6 man, quite good with the height. See, what I can do, fellas, is I can sit alongside you right here and I can watch all your heads and shoulders against the bank on the far side. We know the bank is approximately flat, and I can see your heads go up against the bank. You're sitting tall at the finish now, stroke. You're sitting tall at the finish. I like that more. Eventually, when it becomes comfortable, you'll generate more power. Make sure you keep trying to go through that 3-inch position to get to the quarter slide position. Whether you're pausing or whether you're rowing continuously. That's the idea of drills, guys. You've got to carry it across to the... Justin Angle, I like your finish a lot. Good man. Okay, coxes, and now for the last 10 strokes before we turn, or the last 10 or 15 strokes, let's pause at half slide. 3 strokes at a time, every 3rd stroke pausing at half slide. For 3 seconds. Joel McDermott's crew now, the stern 4 there, nice. I saw a nice flat push. Good mark out, but that's better. Good job over there, boys. Good job. 4 man, very nice. I like that. Okay, fellas, come.
Whoa. Whoa.
6 is Cox. 3/4 pressure as you row continuously. Height of the elbows and forearms at the finish. Do not let your body slump at the finish. And you can help yourselves, I'll say it again for the 20th time. You can help yourselves at the finish by thinking about the height of your elbows and forearms. Do not let your elbows and forearms slump below the height of the oar handle. overreach at half slide. I do not see anyone overdoing it right now in any of the three crews. Hands, body slide to get there. Hands, pivot from the hips. Mark Alva good, Sean McDermott good. Do not be afraid to overreach at half slide. The more reach, the better, guys. If you overreach, it's easy for me to say, Smith, you're overreaching. Shorten up a bit. That's easy to do. The hard thing to do is for me to say, Smith, you're short, lengthen out. You know how hard that is, guys. It's like saying pull harder. You try and you try and you try and you can't do it. If someone said to you, don't pull so hard, that's a piece of cake. Same thing with reaching. Practice rowing long. See it, a little bit more reach at half slide from the bow 3 in the crew nearest to me, the crew at the back. The crew being stroked by Mr. Swift, the bow 3, more reach at half slide on the way forward. Don't be afraid to reach. I'm just going to see which crew got forward. I don't want to wait Spanish to move down. Okay, Coxes, for the last 3 or 4 minutes, let's go with the... Stay around here, okay? I can see the crews in front, maybe.
That's good. This is good.
Straight. Yeah. I don't know what it's like here.